Hello everyone, my name is Kieran,
I'm Will.
and today we're going to be doing a presentation on the article strengthening of existing buildings. So basically, why do we choose this article? Well, basically, after reading the article, I know straight away that it focused heavily on the importance of strengthening structures. It also focused on the difference in cost between building a new structure and just strengthening a new structure, or an existing structure. If you look here, there's a graph here, and it shows how strengthening an existing structure can expand the lifespan of a structure. So basically here, there's a fault in the design, and after a few simple improvements, you can see that the time extended, and here you can see there's an accident, so that may have been caused by corrosion of steel reinforcement or even damage from a vehicle or something, fire. And then obviously there's more improvements, and that increases the time again, and then it also increases the design minimum. So why is it important to strengthen existing structures? So there's obviously many reasons to increase or to strengthen the existing structures. So there could maybe damage to structural parts that could be caused to wear and tear on a building. That could be caused by corrosion of steel reinforcement, fire, and obviously vehicle impacts as well. So basically, also, if you see here, there's a case study in the article, and it's on an under-reinforced masonry house in Guatemala. And basically, the house was built with deficiency structurals. For example, low strength concrete masonry, and also it lacked a structural diaphragm. So basically, to strengthen the house, there's new reinforced walls put in, and there's also new foundations put in to support these new walls. Along with poor planning in the structure, there's a lack of resources, and in these developing countries there's also a lack of funds. So that also brings in the factor of how cost efficiency is important. In fact, it's 1/3 to 1/4 of the cost to rebuild a structure, and that rather than to strengthen it.
Why is the article of interest to the wider structural engineering profession? As time progresses, it will become a bigger part of it. As the climate changes, buildings are facing things they haven't seen before, like flash floods, high winds, and wildfires. And again, because it's a lot cheaper, it's much easier to introduce newer, more durable elements into the building rather than knocking it down and starting again. That's the second case study. That was a reinforced concrete office building in Wellington, New Zealand, built in 1962, and they seismically strengthened it and doubled the strength of it for earthquakes. They did this by using a thing called base isolation, where they basically lifted up the building using hydraulic jacks and built a new substructure, and they put isolation bearings across the new substructure to basically isolate the building from the ground during an earthquake, and it became the New Zealand Defence House in recent years. Basically, in conclusion, it's just a lot better for the environment to work with with buildings that are already made instead of knocking and restarting, and it's far less materials used and stuff.
Thanks very much. Come on, folks, there's lots of interesting stuff here. You've got to engage with your colleagues. Someone's got to have some questions.
Would the cost of like reinforcing them be that much cheaper than just knocking them? And like obviously besides the climate cost, like
It was about a third or a quarter of building a new one, so
Said to be about a third of the quarter of the cost, so yeah.
Was the article presented in terms of climate or cost?
bit of both really.
Yeah.
And this is really important stuff, I think, for the future, because we're going to have